A 24-foot ladder is leaning against a wall, and the wall is perpendicular to the ground. The base of the ladder is 8 feet from the wall. How high above the ground is the top of the ladder? Okay, so we need to draw a picture. A lot of the battle on this one's the picture. So let me draw the ground here. And we have a wall. And we have a ladder leaning against a wall. Like that. Let me make this go up higher. So here's my ladder. Here's my wall. Okay. And what does it say about it? It says the base of the ladder is 8 feet from the wall. So that means from there to there must be 8 feet, right? Base of the ladder from the wall. It's a 24-foot ladder, so that means this must be 24 length that way. Okay. And now what do they want? Their question is how high above ground is the top of the ladder? So they want this, don't they? They want to know how high above ground, how high above the ground is the top of the ladder. So there we go. So this over here, this must be a right angle. We're assuming the wall is straight up. So we have a right triangle, don't we? So what can we do with a right triangle? A squared plus b squared is c squared. That's true for any right triangle. So anytime you have a 90-degree angle, you can use the Pythagorean theorem. So now which one's the C? The C is always the one across from the right angle. This must be our C over here. So the C is the 24 squared. The other two, the order doesn't matter. I'll just put 8 squared plus x squared or vice versa. It doesn't matter. The A and the B, the order doesn't matter. As long as you get the C correct. The C is always the one right here across from the right angle. Okay, so back to it. Let's solve this. 8 squared is 64. 24 squared is 576. Got to solve for x here. Let's subtract 64 from both sides. Cancels that out. And that'll be 512. And then we root it. Now when you square root 512, we're going to get x here. We've got to break down the 512 using our calculator. I don't know what goes in. I know 2 goes in because it ends even. 2 times 256. I know we can do 2 again. Just use my calculator. 2 times 128. I know I can do 2 again. 64. 64. I know that is 8 times 8. And each of those is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Whew, that's a lot of 2's. Okay, so here, let me bring this over here. What do we have now? We have x is the square root. How many 2's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 2's for 512. Now, if I was taking the final exam or some other exam and really cared about my grade, I would double check it. Just take a second. Just multiply these together on your calculator. 2 times 2 times 2, 9 times. Make sure that you really get 512. Make sure that that is the breakdown of the 512. That those 2's multiplied together really do make 512, and that we didn't accidentally drop one somewhere, because it's easy to do that. Wouldn't want to do all this good work and make some silly little mistake like that. But there's things you can do to help that, like double check. Multiply those together in your calculator real quick. Make sure they're 512. Okay, so what does the square root do now? It's a 2 for 1 deal, huh? 2 2's in, sends 1 2 out, they're gone. 2 more 2's in, sends another 2 out, they're gone. They're going to multiply on the outside just like they were multiplying on the inside. Another 2 2's, another 2 outside, they're gone. Another 2 2's, another 2 on the outside, they're gone. So we got 4 2's on the outside. Multiply that in your calculator, you'll get 16 with only this 2 left over inside. 16 square root of 2, and the units, what are the units on that? It's feet, because it's just length. And so that's, so 16 square root of 2 feet up the wall. That's how tall, that's what x is. 16 square root of 2 feet. That's how far up the wall the ladder's going to hit if it's a 24-foot ladder and the base is 8 feet from the wall.